I'm Allendale's chief meteorologist Ryan Martin with a look at your midday weather update. Surface analysis right now shows our big rain event over the eastern part of the Corn Belt continues to rip away off to the south and east. It's impressive how fast this batch of moisture is moving. So far, rainfall totals have been anywhere from about 3/4 of an inch up to about 1.25 inches across parts of Indiana, back into northern Illinois, slightly higher amounts up into Wisconsin, back into last night. We're also paying attention to Michigan, where they might be seeing some rain last a little bit longer. But the big reason why rainfall totals haven't been runaways to the upside is, again, going back to just how fast this system is moving. As we go on into tonight, I'm expecting it to be down into parts of eastern Kentucky, West Virginia. It's moving away that fast. The eastern edge will be into Pennsylvania. And keep in mind, this started last night in Wisconsin, so it is moving. After we get done with this, we should be looking at some drier days coming in. We do have some scattered thunderstorms showing up on radar in southern parts of Iowa, northern Missouri. They're not really associated with anything, but can't deny that we might see some pop-up action, mostly due to heat. Our next system comes across the Corn Belt as we go through a little bit later this week, starting Thursday in the western Corn Belt, moving across the eastern Corn Belt Friday. Probably good for 1/4 to 1 inch rainfall totals. However, I'm not really impressed with the coverage of this. It looks like it bubbles up, comes across northern Missouri, southern Iowa, then through Illinois, Michigan, Indiana. I'd say coverage in terms of Corn Belt wide is no better than about 40% here later this week. Looking at another system coming through from Sunday night through Monday of next week. Could have slightly better coverage, 60%, but still kind of that pop-up cluster of thunderstorms event, and then it's done. I'm looking for 1/4 to 1 inch rainfall totals there. As we said, 60% coverage. After that, from Tuesday on next week, I think we could be looking at dry weather all the way through the 28th at least. Temperatures warmer than normal over the western Corn Belt. Speaking of temperatures, I think we're going to be hearing some complaints across some parts of the Corn Belt as we go through this weekend. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, we're going to be seeing temperatures way above normal in parts of the Corn Belt, and heat indexes are going to kind of compound the situation. You're going to be hearing people talk about how hot it is. Keep in mind, air temperatures won't be quite that bad. And 3 days of heat at this point in time, I'm hearing from folks is going to be just fine. They'll take it. They want it. But it will be something that probably garners a few complaints. Then temperatures over the eastern Corn Belt later next week, after that system from Sunday night through Monday, go back to normal and below normal levels while we stay above normal out over the western part of the Corn Belt. Nothing exceptionally problematic. Like we said, the dry stretch through the end of the month will probably garner some attention. Right now we're looking at least a week's worth of dry weather. We might be able to extend that. We'll see. And when it's dry, we're looking at temperatures nearly normal, so we're going to be seeing net drying out there. I think this is going to be one of those scenarios where as you get into that 24th, 25th, 26th time frame, you're going to start to hear some guys out there say, hey, I could really use a drink. Maybe even some complaints about moisture not being around. There's still plenty of time for that extended forecast period to moisten up. We've seen it happen before. But we're definitely not looking at the month of July being above normal in terms of precipitation in the Corn Belt, getting back closer to normal, and that drier finish might even keep us a tick or two below where we should be. We will have to see. Otherwise, there's not a lot of new weather news out there right now. Corn pollination ongoing or kicking off in some places. Timely rains look like they're coming through. This right now over the eastern Corn Belt is the last big, heavy rain event here. Everything else now looks like it's more thunderstorm-based. So, yeah, opportunity for spot heavy rains, but nothing that gets everyone. That's the way things are stacking up. Have a great rest of your day. If you've got any questions on the weather, give us a call at Allendale. I'm Chief Meteorologist Ryan Martin.